it's Kathy. I'm here in my kitchen for two reasons. Number one, it's getting kind of dark outside, and this is the most well-lit spot in the house, so I'm filming this here. And also because I got to cook supper after this because Ray will be home soon, and this will help remind me not to dilly-dally, but to say this and then get on with cooking. I was with a group of girls today. I have some fabulous gal pals, sassy gal pal friends. And we were talking about this, and they said, oh, you got to film that and put that on your website. So before I forget it, or while it's fresh on my mind, I'm going to do this. You know, we all face challenges in life. Every one of us, whether they're physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, financial, medical, we all have our challenges in life. And it's not so much, in my opinion, the challenge you face that really matters. It's how you handle that challenge you face that really matters. And we all have a choice to handle it, try to handle it positively or try to handle it negatively. Now, I think this idea I first heard from Dr. Phil. I love Dr. Phil, and I think he said something like this years ago on one of his shows. So it's not the challenges in life that you face in life that matters. It's how you handle the challenges in your life that matters. So I try to handle my challenges with a positive, motivating, forward movement attitude. A positive can-do, I will overcome this challenge. Now, I'm just glad I'm not a horse. I'm so glad I'm not a horse. Why, you say? Well, if I were a horse, they would have took me out and shot me a long time ago. Yep, thought I had something in my hair. Anyway, they would have took me out and shot me a long time ago. Why? Because I've had a lot of medical conditions that if you were a horse, you're out of here. Let's see. I was born blind in my right eye. Can't see, and my optic nerve doesn't work. If I were a horse and I was born blind in one eye, that'd probably be out of there. Because I was born blind in one eye, it really messed up my depth perception. I also don't see things in 3D. I see them different. But it's okay because I'm used to that. But having my depth perception issues causes me to bump into a lot of things and fall down a lot. And when I've learned to accommodate it, and now as I'm an adult, but in my teenage years, I was reckless and carefree and I wasn't paying attention to it. I would fall down steps a lot, like the steps going to the band hall, and I broke my foot several times. Now, you know, if you're a horse and you break your foot or your leg, you're out of here. So I'm glad I'm not a horse. In my early 20s, I had to have a hysterectomy. Yeah. And I saw 3 doctors, they all agreed, so I had to have a hysterectomy. If I were a horse, I would have been able to have baby horses, and I'd have just been an old nag. Well, I don't want to be an old nag. I'm glad I'm not a horse. In my early 30s, I was diagnosed with severe degenerative bone disease. I was like, what? Then he said, it's arthritis, my doctor, which is still bad. They said at that time, he said, I'm in my early 30s, and he said, you've got arthritis so bad in your back, it looks like a 60-year-old woman. And I thought, oh my gosh, that's old. Ha! Now I'm 61. That's not old. No. But anyway, he told me if I quit moving, I'd be in a wheelchair by the time I was 50. Well, I didn't want to do that, so I kept moving. But if I was a horse and I had back problems and you couldn't ride me, out of here. Let's see, in my early 40s, I was diagnosed with an acoustic neuroma brain tumor. Oh boy, it's benign, but when they took it out, I lost my hearing over here. And so I have just a teeny bit enough to kind of keep my balance, but I can't hear nothing. I can't make stuff out. So I always tell people, you know, if you want to sneak up on me, sneak up over here on my right side, because I can't see you or hear you. It's scary sometimes. Anyway, that's my 40s. In my early 50s, you see a pattern here? In my early 50s, I was diagnosed with chronic lymphocytic leukemia. Bummer, dude. Yeah. The challenge with that was learning to say it, chronic lymphocytic leukemia. Fortunately, you can go CLL and use the initials. When I was diagnosed with that, I went and saw 3 different doctors, and one gave me 5 years before it got bad and started needing treatment. And the next doctor gave me 10 years, and the next doctor gave me 20. Well, I voted for him. And so far, he's been right, because I've had it now 11 years, and it's still very slow growing. This is the slowest growing leukemia that there is, the way I understand it. So anyway, that's my early 50s. Later in my 50s, I also had a really bad detached retina, and I had to have emergency surgery and all kinds of stuff, and the doctor said, oh my gosh, the bad news is this could result in blindness. I was like, oh man. But the good news was, it was my right eye. Yeah, I was already blind in that eye. I laughed, and he didn't get the humor in that. Anyway, now I'm in my early 60s. A little afraid to go to the doctor. No, I'm not. In fact, I have a mammogram coming up in February. But you know, whatever I get faced with in my 60s, I'll deal with it. I'll meet that challenge head on. It won't have me, I'll have it. So the point of all of this is just to reinforce the fact that it's not the challenges that you face in life that really matter. It's how you handle those challenges. If I were a horse, I'd have been out of here a long time ago. But I'm glad I'm not a horse, I'm a people. And with people, I have the right to fight. And I fight for the right to be healthy. And I fight for myself. So you can too. Whatever your challenge, don't give up. Face it head on. Face it with strength. And all you sassy gals, you're strong, smart, savvy, confident, face it with your strength. It's not the challenge you face in life that matters. It's how you handle the challenge you face in life that matters. Meet that sucker head on. It doesn't have you. You've got it. Okay, I'm done now. I gotta cook supper. Y'all, good evening. Bye.